So, Abhishek, today's topic is how to keep yourself ready for interview. First of all, why interview? We can do our work now. We can do freelance or
Don't
business.
forget
Why
to like
to
and
get
subscribe.
a job? Why to have interview?
So, if you're not, so we are or we will be interacting with different people, right, in the society. Not everyone is um, that excited for their freelancing work or to start up something of their own. A lot of people need stability in their life, and it includes me as well. So, at least for the first 18 years, I wanted that stability in my life, and that stability comes by joining a corporate or a government organization, right? Whatever you think your career will be there, so you should join that. You should do that. So to bring that stability, you need to join, and you need to join. You need to prepare for an interview, because for any kind of a job or any kind of a course, even you sign up, you need to first check that a person will be able to do this job or do this course or not. So for that purposes, you need interview.
Definitely. So I think I totally agree with you here that interview should be there. The people, whether manager, who is going to hire HR, should know like who is coming on my team, and any fears, like what you think, like from your experience of students you train on, or coach on, what kind of fears they face during interview process.
So a lot of people have self-doubt that will they be able to succeed in the interview round or not, right? Will they know all the answers? That's another big challenge a lot of people faces, that they expect and they think that I need to answer all the questions coming from an interviewer. So, and the third is the lack of confidence. And because of all this, right, they get into a lack of confidence that, oh, I might not be confident enough to speak or to put up my point forward. So these are the normal fears and I've recently done one with another Pooja. So she is based out of Netherlands, and she wanted to understand like, okay, I'm appearing for an interview, but I'm not confident. So that's the most that's the biggest fear I have seen in people, that they are not confident while they're going through an interview.
Abhishek, I am the same Pooja.
Oh, okay.
So we connected, I think, last
Okay.
week over the call. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Good. You are the one who's joining in. Thanks, Pooja.
Oh, great. Actually, thank you, Uja, for letting us know. And yeah, it's a real example that people should know how to be confident and overcoming self-doubt. Good points. So, like Abhishek, I'm also working with people, and I have seen students now when interview process is now AI-based interview process, right? So they have to pre-prep
Yes.
for an interview, because now there is no human, the emotional factor is there, but very less, and AI will judge you, gauge you on every area, every perspective, your body language, your speaking skills, your confidence, and your knowledge. So what tips or what do you think about this perspective?
So Shweta, first of all, whenever we are getting into AI interview, and I have been part of it where I have appeared for an AI interview, right? That's usually a screener round. What it used to be the HR round, right? Now the companies have started getting into AI screener round. So you cannot be prepared for it, to be honest, because once you want to apply for an interview, while applying, they will ask you that, oh, now you will go through an AI round of interview. So you are not prepared. You're just looking at a job opportunity and then you are going through it. And during this process, you have to go through with a machine and to answer certain things. As you said, there is no human touch around that. But though the voice looks very familiar, very genuine, so they will also take pause. They will take your agreement on the next question and whatnot. So it looks like more a normal conversation, but you cannot prepare for it, right? But what I will say that whenever you are applying for it and there is an AI round or there is any round, so one thing which we usually avoid is we only look at high level of company information. We don't look at in detail what company does and how they are generating revenue. What is their business model? Usually we just look at the company, okay, company is headquartered in this city, who's the CEO. Normally no one will ask for a CEO, to be honest. Till the time you are applying for a C-suite role, no one will ask who's the CEO of my company. But people might ask, if it's a public listed company, what is the revenue of my company, right? How big my company is, which browse it is listed, and so such kind of questions. You need to prepare for it. And the second preparation is you need to understand the bio of the person whom you will be interacting with if it is not AI. So if you get to know that, okay, these are the people I will be interacting with, please go and check their CVs on LinkedIn, and not just look at high level, go down, see from which college they have passed out, what they are liking, right? Which sports they like, any personality which they are following. What that will help you is building a rapport. In the conversation, you can just quote something. If a person likes, let's say Jeff Bezos, right? You can quote, during the process, you can quote a Jeff Bezos quotation and the person will automatically connect with you. Because now you have a common connect, common thread. And the second pitfall which I shared with almost everyone is we are not ready about myself. We all know this will going to be the first question. But somehow we are not ready, we are not prepared. We think we know about ourselves. That's the biggest myth. Because people can't speak about themselves for more than 30-40 seconds. And this is not just starting with because there is always, when I will ask someone that, Shweta, can you tell me something about yourself? I'm looking at your resume, and meanwhile you can go through it. The starting with right? There is a pause. There should not be pause because it's about you. You know what are the skills and what are the experience you need to put forward for the profile where you have applied. You cannot have a generic about yourself. There is no fixed. Pehle I will talk about my education, then I will talk about my jobs, and then I will talk about my other skill sets or hobbies. There is no fixed formula for it, right? It's a madness. You might want to start with a hobby which links with the current profile, right? And then the person will link. Why? Because there is one more tip, and then I will hand it back to you. Is this is your chance to lead your interview. What people forget is that it is the interviewer who is leading the interview. No, he or she has given you a chance to lead your interview by telling what and where you are good at. And then the interviewer will take you on that perspective. Okay, if the person is good in coaching, then let's talk about mentoring. What are the different situations you have mentored people with, right? So that is what I think we are missing. And as we all said, first impression is the best impression. So that's what I think about us is the most important aspect of it.
I totally agree with you here that people usually start with filler words, they just blank out, zone out. And the first thing they should know, like, yes, they can lead that question because it is about them. It's not like a robot, some people, what they do, they just copy paste, they just revise everything. Okay, I need to speak like that. I need to speak these things. It's not like that. Be human. So people mostly, right. This is the one of the thing I totally agree with you. Now, if we say about communication skills, like in interview, like as you mentioned, pre-prep, we have already discussed about that. Now about during the interview, there are different areas, body language, there is confidence, communication. When you come, if you are giving online interview, then it's different. If you are giving offline interview, then it's different. So any tips, five tips you want to give?
Okay. So tips for communication. And there will be And as you said, like right now there are online and offline both ways where we take interviews or we conduct interviews. So, and let's take this separately, but first about the communication. And communication is not just your verbal words, but as you said, it's a body language, it's your eye contact, how you are dressed, that also speaks, right? So that is the main reason why a lot of companies say that. And I'm giving you one more. Like I have seen that people ask you to stand up and to show that how you have dressed up, because a lot of people, what they do in interview, like they are just half ready. So half ready means because it's
online,
it's an online interview.
Right.
So they're half ready. The front one is ready. So the people say, okay, can you just stand up and see that, okay, how you are looking at. So the first impression is always the last impression. What I think and what I believe is, then you have to be ready in terms of your dress. You have to learn the body language. Why I'm saying and emphasizing the word learn, because as we were growing as kids, nobody has told us or taught us how to be ready with our body when we are talking. Some people do a lean back interviews, right? Some people say, oh, I'm on top of my camera, on top of the people, right? It cannot be. So you have to learn how you are managing your body, how you are managing your face. That's another one, right? Because some people have flat face. So I'm not saying that, oh, flat face is bad, but that's your nature. But still, you have to maintain eye contact. You have, when you are answering it, you cannot just roll your eyes upward or downward and then you are answering it. So that's important in communication. Another part of communication is clarity and structure. So, and again, I have been telling this to all my students, communication does not mean language. Communication means how you are putting forward your point, even if it's in different language, right? A lot of interviewers, if it's totally an Indian interviewers sitting in front of you, and if you started using a couple of lines in Hindi, they will be better connect with you, right? They are not judging you that, oh, you don't know English. They're saying, यार यहाँ पे ये हिंदी ही बोलता तो अच्छा लगता. So through that you are able to connect better. So what I am saying is, completing your sentence, forming your structure properly, that's another important part of communication. And then the biggest thing in communication is listening. You don't have to speak. First, let the interviewer complete the question, take a pause, and then think and then answer it. And I think I gave the same advice to Pooja when we were connecting earlier. Pooja, and this is what it's very important for communication. You cannot just start jumping on to the answer or to the solution of the question, because that's how we have grown. To be honest, that's a very Asian mentality when we don't even let the interviewer complete the question. If I know the answer, I will just jump on it. So these are certain things which I need to look at. Now, your second question is that how it is different from online versus offline. Most of the things which I have talked, right, they are offline. Your body language is very much, and even in the online it is important, but in offline, how you are feeling. The interviewer also try to see through your body language that are you feeling comfortable. If you will find a good interviewer, they will ask you that, oh, are you feeling nervous? And we have seen that if you will see in a lot of reality shows, I know they are not reality, but still if you look at the reality shows, when the singer is coming to sing and the person is very nervous, they give them time that, okay, take a minute to take a deep breath, recollect your breath, and then sing. And that's the same way interviewers also do in this world, right? They also assess that are you comfortable or not. And that will come with your confidence. That if you are speaking with confidence, they will judge it that, oh, the person is very comfortable. So, and that comes very naturally when you are sitting face to face. Your body language, your voice modulation, your eye contact, and how you are dressed up. And while in online, the one thing which I will always say that people try to use their phone simultaneously. Don't do that. So, and people will figure out why, because they will they will see your brain is somewhere else, because during the time you will not be doing an eye contact, and they will figure out. They're very smart people who are doing interviews, right? So just try to give your 100% attention, because you're online and you will have some distractions. Another important part is sit somewhere where the light is proper light, so that your facial expressions are visible to the interview, right? And the third and important part is that don't mute yourself or don't go off camera while they are asking a question, right? Because then they might think, the other person, that, oh, are you cheating? Are you using some tool to understand the question, or you have someone else to help you out? So these are the 2-3 things which are different in online setup, and otherwise everything remains the same.
I totally agree with you here. And majorly people, what they failed, what I believe, like they failed to study the workplace culture. I mean, as you mentioned earlier, they have to research it properly, like which company I'm going in, what they are doing, what the role demands. They should know in detail. Even what I believe, when I coaching as a personal branding, there people should check the colleagues. I mean, people who are working already in the company, they should check there, connect with them on LinkedIn and talk with them. What this role demand, what's your day-to-day work, and can you refer me somewhere? And it's like it's helped them to ace the interview. And you have given wonderful tips here. Amazing. So, like, if I want to ask you one question, for example, if you see your junior Abhishek, before.
Yeah.
So, what advice you give that person who come out of college or study zone and then go to the interview process? One mistake which you think like, oh, if I not did that time, maybe I ace something. Do something.
So I was sometimes I was overconfident, and I think that's what people should avoid, even if they know what they have done in their past life. You can be just little humble while in an interview process. And another advice, and that comes with experiences, I was not a good listener. I used to make the same mistakes. I used to jump on as the person has asked me the question, and I do it right now as well sometimes. I have not learned it 100%, but let the interviewer complete the question. That's what I have rarely done when I was naive, right? So, and on your previous point, Shweta, I will just give you an example when you said like connect with people, understand the culture.
Yeah.
I recently went for an interview where, and I've been in a corporate from the last 18-20 years. I recently went for an interview where the company culture was very different in terms of they were 6 days working. They have sign in, sign out time, which is fixed, right? You will have lesser annual leaves. You will have G Hazuri, you will have sirs and ma'ams in the office. And I was prepared for that. When I went for an interview, I talked to a couple of people, ex-employees, to be honest, so that they give me a good understanding of how the company's culture is, because I know that it's an Indian company. They will have a different culture, what we call as Dala culture, right? In an Indian way of saying it. So I was prepared. I know that how to tackle such questions if it comes that, oh, Abhishek, you have always worked in MNCs and this company is pretty different. We have a sirs and ma'am culture here and we're totally different. So you have to do your research before you go through, and this helps.
Totally agree. I also want to share here one of my experience. I tried an interview. I was like, I have some free time, so I thought, why not do some internships or try here and there. So I go there and I don't know anything. I don't have knowledge and I haven't prepared. I just go, okay, let's see what will happen. I just show my enthusiasm and respect, and like whatever I know, I just share. Be fully enthusiastic, human, and real me, authentic me. And at last, what they give me the job. They told me, okay, you are like that. Yeah, I mean, you don't know much, but we can train you on that. Yes, we want you. Can you imagine? After the interview, I go to the cafeteria over nearby and I was eating burger or something, and I got a call. then only. So it's like that. So enthusiasm helped me there. Okay, so I totally like. I really admire when you shared your story about first know about the company, how's the culture. It helped. It helped definitely.
Absolutely, Shweta. Like similar thing, right? If you remember the Three Idiots scene where this person went for an interview and said, "Oh, मैंने अभी अपने आप को ढूंढा है. Now I will not change myself for you."
Wow,
So
yeah.
that's what people like. People like authenticity. So that's what, like, if you don't, and that's why I said, like, it's okay not to answer all the questions. You can easily say that I don't know this answer, but I will do my research. I will be more prepared next time. That's okay. People will say, okay, person is accepting that there is a weakness or there is something where person is not ready. Then let's give him a benefit of doubt, or maybe accept the way he is.
Yes, and here, as you mentioned, like feedback also help. We should ask interviewer feedback. Like it help you to improve and groom yourself for next interview in a better way. Also, sometimes I have found interviewer refer as well. If you are very good at interview, little bit here and there, so they refer to other interviewer. Okay, this candidate approached me. I know him or her, on LinkedIn. So yeah, you can check it out. It's like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are trying to change our career, right, and upwards always, then first I need to learn from my current role, connecting with the senior people, that what they really do from a business perspective or from a consulting perspective. And then I understand the process. And in the next interview, I can say that on a couple of projects, I have helped my seniors in doing this activity. Then they might give you a chance because they understand that you have the knowledge of the process. So that's the only thing which I can say, Pooja. So try to learn something in your current role at an upward level, and then you can show it in the next interview.
Sure, Abhishek. Thank you so much.
So Abhishek, let's wrap up this session with one insight. What do you want to share? One lesson for the whoever is listening this recording.
Okay. I will say in the entire interview process, and the one thing which I lack is listening skills. And I'm again focusing on that, and I will say that very loud and clear that during the interview process, be a good listener, and your body language during the listening process should be attentive, should be active, right, and nodding and giving the right messages. So the person understands that you are an active listener, and then accordingly you should answer. So that's a one major tip.